In the spring of 2005, a young graduate film student from UCLA set forth to make a documentary reflecting an element of contemporary music culture that had yet to be fully examined. The notion was to capture something raw and original, something unpretentious and genuine. He yearned to make a film that would stand out from other rock and roll documentaries and potentially redefine the genre. Who he found was Electric Apricot. What he achieved was enlightenment.
Well, I've been doing yoga all day, but I do that every day, so I guess that's not special. But yes, I prepared a couple pieces, and I also wrapped a couple things of sage that I grew in my garden, some pineapple sage, some lavender sage together. I think are going to really help cleanse the room before we start.
It's got a Pizio pickup in here.
Pizio.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, man.
Whose car did you borrow?
That's my sister's.
To fully understand the band, we must first examine the music scene that spawned this colorful group of troubadours we call Electric Apricot. Known as jam band music, this scene has been expanding and evolving rapidly over the past several years.
I think the jam scene is really free-loving with a bit of like ass shaking and like kind of just, you know, crazy like wow.
It's about dancing. It's about shaking loose your normal everyday stresses and getting into a fun space.
Band plays a 2-minute song, goes into 10 minutes of silliness, and creates new music that's never been played before.
Ultimately, jamming is all about language. It's all about language. Wittgenstein says is that language, all philosophy is meaningless because language is meaningless.
It's great to see new blood in the improvisational rock and roll music scene.
I get a little squirmy when people try and categorize us one way or another. You know, we could be like a jam band thing one minute, and then we can get into some funkiness.
For somebody to go out there with a bunch of sequencers and put on a show that's pretty much note for note every time flies in the face of what American musical culture is about, in my opinion.
Playing music, you should just fucking jam it. You should jam it hard, jam it true.
People can see, they can interact with me, I can interact with them, I can, you know, give them some of my looks.
Jimmy air freshener, man. You see that? It's always gonna smell like Jimmy. Jimmy!
When I'm playing and I'm doing one of my fills, you know, I try and make eye contact with somebody just to kind of give them a little something to take home with them.
There's a place, a wondrous place, a place out on the planet where like-minded individuals can get together and share ideas. It's a place that knows no boundaries, except for those that are set by your own mind. Creativity flows. That place is a place called
first saw them at Earth Day in Modesto, killer show. And then I saw them at the Santa Rosa Agricultural Festival at Windsor Waterworks, which was, it totally went off. And I was in the front, and I'm doing the cube, you know, it's this dance I made up. What I do is I make a cube with my hands. I just kind of started going like that. And just sort of made like a square, like more like a three-dimensional square.
A tight-knit group of individuals, the jam scene flourishes through communal interaction, be it via the internet, tape trading, or multi-genred festivals. One of the premier events being the Northwest's own musical extravaganza, Festaroo.
Festaroo.
Festaroo. Festaroo. Festaroo, man.
Do I know about Festaroo?
With its tree-lined rural setting just northwest of Portland, Oregon, Festaroo has been host to some of the top-name acts in the jam scene since autumn of 2001.
The jam festivals are basically mud fests like any festivals.
Festaroo, there's fire, there's circus, there's jam, there's beat.
People walking around with no tops on, that's awesome. Bathing in the river, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was the greatest thing, pinnacle experience. I shat myself. It was awesome.
Dude, total meltdown. I don't know what happened. I just lost my keys right before the gig. We got all this important stuff in there. I got to get this stuff out. No keys. But who knows? Weak. Super weak. The light on my laminate saved me. Usually because, I got a light on my key. Uh-oh. My goal as manager is to continually try to raise the profile of this band. We've got some upcoming local gigs, which is great. Then next week, we go into the studio to record the band's first album on my friend's record label. The real deal is I've been working some angles to try to get the band into Festaroo. Have you done Ford Windstars before?
Oh man, we played so many. We played we played basically coffee houses. We play all kinds of different coffee houses around town. I mean, basically we'd set up in front of the coffee house, but we just put our hats down. And I think it was Don Kleinfeld, our manager, first introduced us, Steve, to Lapdog.
He was like, hey man, why don't you guys get some percussion? I know this guy, Lapdog.
I had been in this band, Elucifer, which was the, Elusive Lucifer, which was this metal band, and then I got into the funky stuff. So I was kind of trying to combine the two things. So it was kind of like this double bass metal funky stuff,
I think he had some funk band, Funky White Monkey or something like that.
Doing the Funky White Monkey thing, I learned that there was more to music, with the whole soulful groove element.
So we started playing live. We started doing our usual circuit of the coffee houses.
And then this guy shows up with this big double kit, Thomas Superstar kit, cymbals everywhere, and he sits up in front of Pete's Coffee.
I could see their point. It did entirely block the sidewalk.
Just playing on the sidewalk, it's just not that conducive to what I do.
You couldn't really hear us sing or play because he would, Lap would just, he would just solo most of the time.
Just take 5 deep breaths and open up that third eye. And I'll tell you, my brother, we're gonna go on a magic carpet ride. As if you never take the chance to look, then you'll never know. They'll go walking through the back roads of my mind, rolling down that kaleidoscope of inner space and time. Yeah, I'm walking down the back roads of my mind. Take it away, Gordo.
I couldn't dance because it was so intense, and I go in there and people are like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Dude, I've been to every show, and I come here to dance. I just want to feel the music. I always have 2 headbands. One, to get my, because I like the shape that it makes my hair. And one to cover my watch. Because when I'm in the Apricot zone, I'm living in a world without time.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be we're gonna be the Sweetwater show. What can you say about Mill Valley, man? It hasn't been said already. This is where mountain biking started. That's where Cappuccino started.
The Sweetwater's been here for 30-some years now, and it gets good people through there all the time.
It's sweet to be at the Sweetwater, indeed. But unfortunately, I'm a little bit off-center right now just because, my cell phone got turned off today.
Hey, what's up? My name is Jonah, and I'm a taper.
Hi, I'm Tom Leinstrenston. I'm a taper.
I think it's gonna be a good crowd tonight. You might want to set that a little bit higher. Favorite thing about Electric Apricot, clearly, is that just the support of the community. I mean, we come to tape to the shows, they give us plenty of time to set up ahead of time.
We've been here like since 3 o'clock. We're done, we're ready, we're set. You know, we're ready to capture the magic, really.
Now we've just got 5 hours to fine tune it before they get here.
Gordo, he really wanted to go more electric. He wanted to go, he's a big Jerry fan, Jerry Garcia.
And which is completely opposite what I want to do, because I wanted to go into more of a British Morrissey trip. And if a 10-ton truck kills the both of us.
All of a sudden, Steve Trousdale, as we once knew him, he sees this fish show. You have to ask him, because it's a classic story.
So we went to the casinos, and we were partying hard, and we hooked up with these 2 girls. It turned out to be guys. It was just, and one of them dosed me.
Dosed him with some LSD or something, and he ends up at this fish show, and he becomes mesmerized with the bass player, Mike Gordon.
And all of a sudden, there's this eruption of color, and I found out, what it was, because first I thought it was like, what's going on here? Is this like some alien battle or something? They have like glow stick wars, where people throwing all these glow sticks back and forth, and then one just tags me in the side of the head, and I instantly thought of Aiwass, which Aiwass is the entity, is a spirit that channeled the right of Thelema to Aleister Crowley. The next day at rehearsal, I said to the guys, I'm Aiwass, and call me Aiwass. I am a bass player.
I was like, man, it's like a gift from heaven. Like, here we are, he wants to play bass now, so now we got a bass and this big drum set, and then I'm going to plug this thing in, and here we go, trio, Jimi Hendrix land.
They tried to give us a little grief because of the lightning bolt, but it's actually an 11-point lightning bolt, and it's a little narrower, and it's at a different angle than the Grateful Dead has a 13-point lightning bolt. Ours is quite a bit different, but
this is the premier mic right now for this kind of taping. It's the most expansive dynamic range.
Very fancy.
It expanded on what the 4 was, the Shep's 4, which is
that's what I use.
Jonah has. This is really what we're doing. No, this is the new technology.
You get more of a lateral sound with that. It's got a projection. The intake is not as pinpoint directional, but what I find is this mic yields an ambient sound, which captures all the things that I like and find most important about it. It's the younger kids. They're really, it's exciting watching you grow.
But this mic is better.
Do you like your chocolate, milk chocolate, or do you like dark chocolate? You like chocolate, you understand what I'm saying? So it's the type of sound that it yields. It's great. It's great having friends.
Yeah, well. It's a 4V.
All right, now 6/8. Ready?
Hang on.
Oh wait.
1, 2.
I was getting my groove
3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hang on. Wait, 1,
are you
2.
talking? Are you?
I'm trying to get my groove on.
On the Corner, Miles Davis, 1972. I don't really speak literally, because if you speak in a literal way, it's like, next thing you know, everyone understands you, and that's just like, who wants that, man? It's like the fucking church, the fucking steeple, and there's the people. That's Apricot.
I don't know about this steeple thing. That's the first I've heard of this steeple thing.
Jerry Garcia. The man, the myth, the legend. Well, I wanted to make a guitar that was a lot like Jerry's, because, he's my favorite. And what you got here is this guitar is total Jerry, your recipe of Jerry and stuff like that, with just a pinch of Warren Haynes, Big Jumbo Fritz. We were in Berkeley, and we went to one of them Greek theater shows, and then in the morning I was still kind of coming down. We went to Smokey Joe's Cafe, and I was getting the holy moly frijoles breakfast. I was digging into my beans and digging into my eggs. So I went to go grab a tortilla. Okay, be careful. And then there it was, dude. Look at that. Can you see it? Hold on, check it out. See? Can you see it? It's like a sign. The most prized possession.
How does he know it wasn't Jesus?
You know, Jesus shows up on a tortilla. It's on eBay for several $1,000s, and it's, you know, unfortunately, it wasn't Jesus because we could have used the money for that one.
Garcia tortilla.
Yeah, at this point, they started kicking around some ideas for band names.
Gordo wanted to call it Electric Mountain.
You know, my idea was Vaseline Groove.
I wanted Nectar, like with a K, like a silent K, like the fish thing, like the PH. But
he wanted to name the band Nectar with a silent K, like night. You know, like Knights of the Round Table. It's clever, you know. He's an intellectual guy, and he can come up with stuff like that. You know, if you think about it for a second, Vaseline Groove. You know, it's like Pearl Jam. You know, what is Pearl Jam? Pearl Jam, that's semen, right? Pearl, like pearlescent jam, it's semen. Well, Vaseline Groove, think about it. It's like a lubricated vagina.
You know, you got Electric from Electric Mountain, Nectar, and then Reen from the Vaseline.
We said let's just combine them also as an Electric Nectarine with a silent K.
Unfortunately, people started pronouncing the band name Electric Connectorine.
You know, they obviously didn't get it, like Electric Connectorine, and so that was tripping us out.
So then, you know, Gordo one day he's looking at our logo and he's like, well, that's not a nectarine anyway. That's, you know, my uncle. I grew up around a fruit stand. That looks like an apricot to me.
Yeah, Electric Apricot. Electric Apricot.
Electric Apricot. So there it was, Electric Apricot.
Sexual eyes. She lives in the kingdom of lies. She chants your song of arise and laughs at the hideous cries. The queen has been eaten alive. Where'd you go, rain bro? Where did you go? Oh, rain bro, where did you go? Sailing across the skies with your mystic disguise. Oh, rain bro.
I mean, I live in this tree fort full time, you know. I mean, this really is what I consider my home. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the tree fort is in my parents' backyard. Technically, I mean, technically.
Where you going, rain bro? Everybody wants to know. Did you catch some cosmic wind riding high? High, high, high.
Wait. My gardener, Don Carlos, made this for me. Something he crafted from the wood from his country. I think it's Venezuela. Might be France. It's just nature out here, you know. You know, I mean, how many other people can say, you know, oh, I woke up this morning and I saw a raccoon mating. You know, that doesn't happen very often. Well, this is the, you know, what I call the extra meditation chamber, or, you know, this is my bathroom. You know, maybe it's a little primitive to some people's standards, but it's got everything I need. It's got running water, and, you know, it's got a toilet, and it's got a bucket and, you know, place for toilet paper, and, you know, I got art. It's just like I like just cars should be, you know, political. You know, I think, you know, you have an opportunity of saying political things, and so more than voting, more than doing anything, if you really want to stick it to your government, more than anything, like, you know, anything. You don't even have to vote. Just put on a few bumper stickers, man.
And he's got a hairy tattoo.
blowing glass. Everybody has their thing. A friend of mine's dad, he really wanted an elaborate set of cocktail swizzlers. So what I'm doing, and usually people like that, they have some good money. They want quality merchandise. And I realize this looks easy. This looks like something that anybody can do, but it's really not. I was working on a bowl one time, and I had this big gob going, and I was leaning forward, and the whole thing just fell off and landed right in my lap. I burnt my scrotum, and it was fairly severe. Fiery hot ball of molten glass on the scrotum is not good. So the unfortunate thing is, I got a lot of my friends come around here, and I blow stuff, and I want to sell them, but usually these guys come along, and they smoke out of everything I leave laying around, so you can't really sell something to a store that somebody's been smoking out of. But this one's real nice. I probably could have got some good money for this one. I mean, look at the detail here. I've blown a couple of dildos, because that's, you're always looking for other markets for things. Like the swizzle sticks, I think is going to be great. That could be a big marketable item, because everybody makes pipes. This one's actually modeled after a friend of mine's penis. He took a picture of it and sent it to me, because I didn't really want him to be in here with an erection. I'm pretty comfortable with my sexuality and whatnot, but when you're in a hot room and fire's blowing and this guy's got an erection in front of you, it's just not. That's just not my game. This one's a little smaller. This would be more for sort of the rear entry, or at least sort of a something to I don't know. We probably shouldn't go there too far. But.
Well, the first person I met in the band was Lapdog, and we met at an Afro-Cuban drumming class, and you want to talk about polyrhythmic.
Herschel used to play in this cover band, this Huey Lewis cover band called New Drug.
And they would play, and they had the skinny ties and the whole vibe.
Herschel beating on the hip to be square. Let me doing that whole thing.
I like Huey Lewis. I remember, his band was New Drug. I want a new drug. One that don't make me sick. One that makes me crash my car, it's like a brick or something like that.
For us, it was the ultimate tribute to one of our influences, Huey Lewis.
It had that beat, that bum 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 bum. I liked it. It kind of reminded me of that Ghostbusters song.
And next thing we knew, Herschel was playing keyboards with us, and multi-instrumentalist, amazing player, and he hasn't requested we do any Huey Lewis.
It opened up to a whole other dimension. Like, we went from 3D into 4D.
My father was a missionary, and he was a traveling missionary, and he was actually an Iraqi American Indian Hawaiian Jew. Nomyo Reikyo Kwo, Nomyo Reikyo Kwo, Nomyo Reikyo Kwo, Nomyo Reikyo. Yeah, I basically work here 4 days a week. I make a little extra money on the side so I can pursue what I really love to do, which is play music, obviously, with electric apricot. Nomyo Reikyo Kwo. It's a mantra, Tibetan mantra. And what I like to do is at every beverage that I make, I like to recite this mantra 10 times over the beverage before I serve it. Did you want a hot chocolate as well? 2 hot chocolates. Something for you, ma'am.
A decaf latte.
A decaf latte. Coming right up. And for kids, I like to put a little extra chocolate on top here. I don't like to make it too hot for them. I don't like to burn their mouths. We're not here to cause discomfort. We're here to bring happiness to people.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. You have a good day. I made those extra special for you guys with lots of love. Did you feel it?
It was kind of trippy because right around then, Iwas was just going off on this whole fish thing and wanting to get into more intricate arrangements.
I kind of took it upon myself to be that guy in the band who would, who'd make us progressive, push us forward in our musicianship.
We would rehearse, and then it was like, okay, and we go in and out of these time changes, and you turn off all the lights, and we would go through all this stuff. Okay, 9, 11, 7.
Everyone would be jamming. They wouldn't know, but I'd be like, I'd still kind of be jamming, but I'd have my flashlight, and I'd spot it on the guy's face.
Like one of those big mag lights, like the cops use. Bam! Right in your face, stop the song and say, okay.
Stop, and I'd say, okay, sing sing the parts that everyone else was just playing.
Okay, sing what the next guy was doing over here, just randomly.
And you had to go ba-da-da-da, da-da-da, or whatever the keyboards were doing, or somebody had to do my drum parts. My drum parts are very intricate. They're very difficult.
To have a bright light flashed in your face in the middle of a dark room while you are meditating on our mistress music is a scary and psychologically scarring experience.
I just started wearing sunglasses in rehearsal, and it didn't make it as bad. But there you go.
Seriously, I don't understand why anybody would come see that piece of shit band. I mean, I respect music. I love music, actually. I like to get down, but dude, that shit doesn't make any sense to me. I don't fucking get it. Probably one of the worst bands I've ever seen. I've seen them come, I've seen them go, and honestly, they take the cake. They're seriously so fucking bad. I got pissed off. I can't handle bad music. It's like, you guys should change the name of your band to Day Job. I hate the Grateful Dead. I fucking hate that band, dude. Honestly, my parents listened to that fucking music over and over and over again, and my mom did that dance thing where they do the dance. At about age 8, started realizing that guy, Jerry Garcia, fucking sucks, dude. And my parents are fucking stoned. Jerry Garcia is a fucking plague, dude. All those fucking burrito-making, hip-turning hippies that listen to him and fucking tour around and don't get jobs and don't do anything, they can fucking go to hell. That band fucking sucks, and they died when he died. And I'm glad it's over, dude. I'm glad it's over.
You know that bartender downstairs?
Yeah, I didn't like his vibe.
Dude, that guy was talking hell of shit about us. He started talking about us, and then he started talking about Jerry, and he's like, so I'm glad that guy died.
What?
It's like, what? He's like, I'm glad he died.
Oh.
Fuck him. I'm like, whoa.
Hold on. He said, I'm glad that guy
He said,
died.
I'm glad Jerry died.
Come with me.
Weird.
Yeah, this is a good thing, man. Don brought this cat around, Drew Shackelford.
Who am I? Who's Drew Shackelford? A lover of beauty, a singer of songs. You know, that's what I'm about. I'm about spreading love. You know, I've got it. I've got the knowledge. I'm like a Renaissance man.
Somebody like that who loves the band. He's into it. I know he's got a big fat pad up in the hills, and
So far, he seems like a really cool guy. You know, he's got some money. I don't know where he gets his money. I'm not asking any questions.
he's kind of gonna finance a record. We're gonna do a record, put out this record, and I'm stoked, man. He's like our Owsley, you know.
I just was there to say, you know what, brothers, you're going down the right road. You know, let me help you. You got the wheel. You're driving the vehicle. Just let me be the gas. I want to help you succeed. I want to give back because I see you in me and you see me in you.
He's not like a stuck-up guy. You know, he doesn't hang out in the polo lounge or drink cocktails with umbrellas sticking out of them or any of that stuff.
The kind of stuff that I do, I think really connects with people. It's a simple stuff, but man, the vibe that people get off it is pretty heavy. That's what people have told me anyway.
I'm confident that we are going to bring a beautiful child into the world in this new album.
When undertaking a recording in a professional environment, a good deal of skillful and tenacious preparation is involved.
The key to it all, people are always trying to get really good snare sounds, and I think the most important element to me is the kick drum. The kick drum, it's really the meat, I think the snare is more the potatoes, and you got your meat and your potatoes with your snare, then maybe the hi-hat is more like, the asparagus. Today I expect it's going to take a little bit longer because I really want to get it right, because you only make your first record once. You know what I'm saying? You only make your first record once. Let me know if that bubble goes too far out to the left there. Let me see.
It's usually worth waiting for.
I've never had anyone take this long to set up. I mean, he only has 4 drums.
As far as studio stuff, I'm probably quite a bit more experienced than the other guys. The Genslerly Diamonds. I don't know if you remember that jingle. They called me in and I played on that. I played. It was like a glockenspiel, but it wasn't really a glockenspiel. But it was this little bell tree thing, and I played on that.
How are we doing?
Lapdog's still setting up.
He's still setting up, huh?
Once this record goes platinum or gold or whatever it's going to do, then I might just redevelop my whole set, because I'm sure there'll be some drum companies that will want to give me some equipment, and then I can just do what I want. And believe me, I have some ideas.
Lapdog's just setting up.
Yeah? You guys remember Maypang?
Maypang, what's happening?
Cool, he's setting up, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Good thing I brought a book.
Today, very important. I'm going to probably have to do this, 7 or 8 times before we start tracking. Just because, you only make your first album once,
Yeah, what's going on? Lapdog is still setting up the drums.
Still? All right. Where's the beer?
They have this really good stuff right here.
Uh-huh.
But if your cannons are like a couple of weeks old, this is what you should use. And that's really gonna give them like.
Oh yeah, that's what I need. We make a few ducats in the band and all, but sometimes it's hard to make ends meet. Been working with these hydroponics for some time now, and I got myself a sweet cash crop in here. It's gonna help me pay these bills. All right, well here we are. We got some nice Roma tomatoes here. I don't know if you can see them or not, but these are really good for sauce. Some nice sweet basil. This is gonna be good in your pesto. I grow hydroponic herbs and vegetables for high-end restaurants like Chez Panisse and Danko's and Boulevard and all that stuff. What we got here is a Peruvian purple pepper. See that thing? Cousin Peru. I don't Bolivia. Peru it.
Hey, Skip, can you set that 421 mic on the second rec down, please?
421? Well, basically my job is to work with Oz, who's like a master.
And now the bass drum mic is a little bit far away. This D112 down here can be right up against the head.
Do you even think you want to use a 112? Because, I mean,
well,
I wouldn't use a 112.
What would you suggest?
Something bigger.
Let's just try it, and if it doesn't work, we'll change it.
I mean, I'm a second engineer and fresh out of music school, and it's just a cool experience for me. I mean, I know my stuff. I've taken notes in class, and got like a B average and stuff. And I am not gonna mess with your good thing, man. So you tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
Okay, that goes on the hi-hat. That's the hi-hat right over there.
Yeah, I know what the hi-hat is, man.
Let's go with the snare, please.
Though often a repetitive process, recording requires a Zen-like focus and open state of being, where ideas and inspiration can flow unimpeded, raising the art to a higher level of musical transcendence.
Yeah, Oz, yeah. I'm not really getting that in the cans.
Technology instead of recording.
It's
Hello.
Hey.
How are you? Hey. Oh, hey.
How's it?
It's good. You guys stoked to be here?
Oh, it's incredible.
It's incredible. Stoked to have you. Stoked to have you. There's a vibe that I want to send out, and I wanted to bring people in. Like, this is a beehive, and we're making honey. We're making musical honey. Got one thing to say. Do you guys like the color platinum?
What do you mean?
Platinum album. You know? That's where the sound's going. I forgot. This is Abigail. She's a photographer.
I just want you guys to know I'm just going to be like a fly on the wall here. I don't want you to think that, and I'm not going to get in your way.
Hey, what do we got? What do we got?
We're just finishing with the floor tom sound now, and then I'll check the cymbals. So we basically just have some tones on the bass drum.
Is this on a track, a recorded track? Or?
No, we haven't actually recorded anything yet, Drew. We've just been working on sounds.
Just drum sounds?
Just drum sounds, yeah.
So here it is, guys. The first note of the first song of the first Electric Apricot record. What do you think about that? Woo! All right. Sorry. I hit the wrong tom. But, all right, ready? Are we rolling? Okay, here we go. The man for man. Sorry.
Share what?
I meant to say vision. I said fission.
Is everything cool?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right.
Just seemed like we got off on a rough, rocky start there. Hey Oz, what number is the bass in?
Plus, your amp is just incredibly loud. It's killing me.
You guys okay?
Yeah, we need to turn the bass amp down a little bit. It's just like
down?
He's probably bleeding through all the drums, right, Oz? Pardon me? He's probably bleeding through all the drums, right? I mean, it just seems really loud.
Day 3 in the studio. We have yet to actually record an actual track, but I came back in here today. I burned some sage. I do want to try and move my setup so that I feel more in tune with the band. I want to rotate this just a little bit clockwise, okay?
Just this way?
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay?
On the count of
Can you
three?
get can you get it again?
Yeah, I get it.
1, 2, 3. Oh! Ow! Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Holy shit, dude.
Oh! Dude.
Oh. Herschel, he cut his hand on a loose screw on his organ, just freak accident, but the good news is he's got his tetanus shot and he's in a good spirits again, and onward and upward.
It hurts. It definitely hurts.
Automatic. That's back in. Officer. Tell them.
Hey, are you going to Burning Man? Hey, are you going to Burning Man? Hey, are you going to Burning Man?
Well, we made it.
Sweet.
I don't know.
You want some water? You want a towel or something?
Seemed like the bass was a little behind some of the stuff I was doing, but. Did you see what I mean by like the bass was like a little bit behind the drums? Did you notice that?
I think there's some problems with the drums, to be honest.
The bass was a little behind it. It just seemed like the drums were dropping a little bit,
Some parts of those fills kind of sound like you fell down the stairs a little bit.
Well, that was sort of syncopation. You never hear
Right.
syncopation. The main thing, tell me if I'm wrong, Oz, but as long as the drums are correct, this is a good take. You don't think that you guys could just dub your parts over the top?
I don't think it's us guys. This is our first record. This is the first song on the first record. We got to make a statement.
Right.
You know what,
When we
Gordo?
open up that door, we got to make that statement.
You know what? You only make your first record once.
Yeah.
You guys ready for playback?
drums like a salad, man. If we have all the pieces of a salad and they go together and it gives you one flavor.
Yeah.
If you take a cucumber out of a salad and just eat it alone, it doesn't taste like a salad. So if we're not playing together and it's all perfect together, then you know.
But the drums are like the lettuce of the salad.
Yeah, was
And
the
if
lettuce
the lettuce
good?
isn't good.
No.
Hey, bro, it's day 4, and we've been recording Burning Man for about 3 days now, which I know that seems like a long time, but if you think about it, the actual event Burning Man, it's a week, it's 7 days. So from that perspective, we are actually ahead of the game.
Good.
What was that? Did you hear that?
No. What was that?
That? What? That?
Hey, are you going to Burning Man?
What the hell's that?
What's all that shit?
Are you going to Burning Man?
Dude, that was the fucking jam, dude. And that
wasn't the
fucking
bass. What are you talking
The
about?
bass is fucking all fucked up, dude.
Yeah, the bass
Never
has a
did.
noise on it. I'm sorry. It's gonna have to be redone.
What the
There's nothing we can do.
So wait a minute, we can't just dub it? We can't dub it? Because I know the bass was a little behind.
There's some
Yeah, it
bleed
was
on the drum
behind.
tracks too.
What?
So,
It was-
no, you'd have to do the whole thing again, unfortunately.
What, the bass wasn't fucking behind, man. What are you fucking guys talking about? Just because some fucking mic cable goes out, you like fucking blame it at me? I got this chick over here taking pictures of me all the time. I don't even know who this person is, like invading the space of our
dude,
studio.
Wait, dude.
I mean, it's just the way it is
She's here,
right
part
now.
of the team.
We
She's
talked about it.
documenting what we're doing here, man. She's
Yeah, well-
here. I mean, I don't know what she's doing here. What are you doing here?
Dude, you're pushing it a little too hard.
Well, who is this person?
Dude, you're pushing a little too hard.
I mean, she's in the room.
Because you're
with
yelling
this
at her,
phone
you're
trying
yelling
to
at
play.
you're yelling at me.
Well, what the fuck? You fucked
You're
up the
fucking yelling at
tape.
me right now because
Well, what
she's
the
me.
fuck, dude?
She is me. So
What
what
are
are you
talking
saying to
about,
me?
dude?
What are you
Did
saying
she
to me?
fuck up that bass line too?
What are you saying? Yeah, she might have. Yeah.
Well, what the fuck, dude? Why
How do you
can't
know?
you bring a good bass, man?
That's a fucking great bass.
It's a horrible bass. It'll
Dude,
ruin the
you're
track.
fucking sitting there like a fucking fat ass walrus
Man,
saying, I have a
fuck that,
bad
dude.
bass,
I don't
dude.
know why it's gotta
The
be
fucking
like
Vox
that, dude. Why
bass,
can't you
dude.
do that?
We're working here together.
Fucking
We're working here
horseshit.
together, you
You know what?
guys.
Fuck you guys, dude. I'm gonna go
We're
get
working
fucked
here
up, dude.
together.
This vibe is, fuck that
Dude, I'm
shit.
trying,
Come on
man.
now.
I'm trying.
Gordo.
I swear to God,
So
I'm
we
trying.
can't just,
Gordo,
we can't
don't
just keep
walk
that one,
out.
because the drums were awesome. The drums were ripping.
I can't believe you
And
say
the drums
that.
were killing on that one.
I thought they sounded
I'm out of
good
here. I'm
too.
taking a break.
Look.
Yeah, take a break.
Fuck.
When you look at the math here, it's 4 days, and we still haven't completed one track. You got to go and talk to your guys. And my deal is, tomorrow we don't work. It's over.
Day off.
Day off. We stop, collect it, get it together. No more bullshit. And come day after tomorrow, I'm gonna bring in a guy, and these guys are gonna talk to this man.
What do you mean?
A therapist.
You're gonna bring in a therapist?
Yeah, a guy who will let these guys learn how to communicate.
It's been suggested a time or two that we bring in a therapist to, or a mediator to various groups that I was working with to see if they could straighten out some of the horseshit.
I do a lot of group therapy. I've worked with many different groups on social harmonology, which is my field of expertise.
Great art, it comes about because of tension. I mean, you look at bands like the Police, those guys were, from what I hear, those guys were fighting all the time, and they made great music. The Everly Brothers, I heard they didn't even hardly talk to each other, and I couldn't name any of their songs, but that was great stuff.
That's the difference. They fought each other, but they didn't attack each other.
And have there been some attacks going on here?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. There has been. I mean, May yesterday was absolutely. I mean, I felt like Hitler at Waterloo yesterday.
Wow.
I mean, I was.
It was actually the day before yesterday.
I'd love to just go on that journey with them, from where they are right now out here at the studio, right up to who knows where, the Grammys or the MTV Music Awards or, whatever the kids are,
I want to make a record.
Do you want to use my pen?
We agree on that.
Yes.
All right.
I want to make a record.
I think that's a big breakthrough right there. Don't you think?
No.
If I had a girlfriend, I wouldn't be bringing her in, you know? You don't see me bringing in people. You don't see me bringing in my bitches.
What do you mean, bitches?
Well, whatever. I'm just telling you.
May's not a girlfriend, dude.
Well,
May's like, you know, you're saying to me, hey, you shouldn't bring your spleen into the recording studio. That's what you're saying to me. Oh, leave your lower intestine at home. You don't need it.
Well,
That's what you're saying.
I think we are saying that.
You guys are just talking silly stuff.
I'm a tolerant man.
Look how it's bent.
Not all.
I've had enough of this.
Well, we'll take. You know what? Maybe.
Because I'm sitting here. I'm ready to talk. You bent it.
Okay, Steven.
We're here to talk.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I've always wanted blonde hair.
Why don't we take a few minute break? Actually, I think that'd be best.
Okay.
I think it has some good long-term potential for me and for my practice. And well, I've been looking at a boat to buy a boat. I'm not saying this is gonna give me the. It's a good-looking boat. It's like a houseboat, but it's. I don't want to go into the detail.
I just think this is gonna really help the room. It's gonna help clear this space for us to express ourselves, to open up with each other.
Herschel, I agree. I think it's a step in the right direction. I also think this position change with the two of you swapping spaces will help eliminate some of the tension. I mean, I really was feeling two camps sort of battling with each other here, and I think this is a better, more open, more honest, right? Honest way to...
Dude, that was my coffee.
Felt really good for me to open up and to tell the band some of my secrets and to become vulnerable. I'm trying to set the tone for everyone. I just want to say right off the bat, at group level, that I have an incredibly small penis.
Okay.
Can we make a record now?
I think we're closer to being able to.
We've got the sage in the cup. We've got Herschel's small penis. Well, I mean, Dr. Bucky,
It's just Bucky. If you're gonna call it the Bucky part, you wouldn't say doctor. It's either
Okay,
doctor or Bucky.
Bucky, it just seemed, you know, I mean, can I be perfectly honest? I just,
You know, I
I know.
that back actually. Dr. Bucky is okay.
Okay, this whole therapy thing is sort of a new thing for me. I'm not used to exposing myself. I mean, you know, I don't have a small penis, but if I did, it'd be difficult for me to talk to about it, and it would really be difficult for me to reveal that sort of information to, you know, to somebody named Bucky. You know, maybe this is part of my revelation is, you know, I just, you know, when I think of Bucky, I think of like, you know, a marionette or something, you know, it's Bucky time, it's a Bucky duty time.
I didn't choose the nickname. It was kind of given to me on the playground, and
you got called Bucky?
Yeah, and it's something that I...
Do you have buck teeth?
Yeah, my teeth were maybe sticking out a little more than other people.
What they say?
Yeah, they were like that. I'd actually appreciate it.
You talk funny too?
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't do that actually, because that's... See, now you're kind of striking.
We were kids, we used to call Bucky had big buck teeth sticking out. He talked
Yeah,
funny.
I had big teeth.
Hey,
but
whistle too. Hey, you guys, give me back my ball.
Does that make you angry?
Screw you, Bucky, you little bitch.
It's Bucky duty time.
Hey.
It's Bucky duty time. It's Bucky.
Okay, that's not... I don't think it's very... It's not...
Whoa, what are you getting upset for?
Sorry, I blew up.
Dude, I don't want to bum him out, but is he?
So, wait a minute, guys. I mean, we don't necessarily, you know, I mean, are we going to do this thing or what? I mean, come on, seriously, Iwas. I mean, I love May Pang. She's a sweetheart, you know. She's, you know.
She's pretty cute, too.
I say we
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna say that, but it's just the four of us. Let's just make the record. Come on.
Team Apricot.
All I say, this is my
Team
what I think.
Apricot.
This is what I think.
Let's just do it.
We just don't talk anymore. We just make music.
Yes!
Can I get I gotta get another cup of coffee.
But dude, swear to God, though.
That tastes good, man.
Did you see his sweater?
Yeah, it was lame.
That was like Cosby Show.
Just got the news. I just told the guys we have been confirmed for Festeroo. Second day, third stage, opening slot. Thank you very much. We'll take it. We're on our way.
Yeah, I think Apricot getting a slot on Festeroo is obviously a great bonus for Apricot, but conversely, I think you have to look at Festeroo and the like diamond-studded rainbow that they're getting having Apricot at Festeroo.
While I've been here, I've been scribbling some, just lyric ideas and a few thoughts I had, and I don't want to, impose any of my ideas. But have you considered kind of looking to group therapy and therapists as a way in for some lyric ideas?
Nah. See, it's like a polyrhythmic thing. I use these 3 fingers. It's like if you felt my fingers, they're like, it's like leather, It's like a baseball mitt right here. It's really tough.
Hey man, what's up?
What's up, dude?
How's it going?
Just a little fuel. Ham sandwich, got my Rockstar energy drink, look at that.
Those are good, man. You should be drinking that. You guys are going to be rock stars, huh? Got the whole Festeroo thing going.
It's feeling good. Yeah, Festeroo.
Doesn't rock any harder than
We're
that.
going to talk about that Festeroo thing. I think it's going to be great.
You guys see me doing my savvy magic in here, and it's like, it doesn't have to just be in here, it could be on the road too. So, like, just
cool, man.
You want another rock star?
I'm good.
Too much rock star for you? Yeah. Okay. Talk later, man.
Scope of inner space and time, walking down the back roads of my mind. Everybody walking down the back roads of my mind. Strolling through the kaleidoscope of inner space and time, walking down the back roads of my mind.
Hey, finger sandwiches, guys?
Yeah.
I made them.
Let's walk. Strolling through the kaleidoscope of inner space and time, walking down the back roads of my mind. I'm walking down the back roads of my mind.
Hey, what's up, man?
Whoa. Hey, what's happening?
Hey, man. You doing alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
Heard you guys are doing Festeroo.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Yeah, that is heavy. Hey, you want to tell? That's awesome, man. You guys are going on the road. I want to go on the road, I'd love to be a part of it, help you guys out, whatever you want, I'm your roadie, dude. I'm the dude that you go to when you're on the road. Take me.
Oh, well, we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Talk to Don and...
Just want to put that out there, I'm
Figure
not
it out.
trying to say, hey, bear hug, take me.
Right.
I'm just trying to say, I went to music school, so I can help you out,
Cool. All right.
Okay, thanks, man.
All right.
What do you guys want to take a little meeting here?
Yeah. I mean, I don't make a big deal out of this. Right. But that Skippy dude.
Sure.
He's kind of tripping me out a little bit.
What do you mean?
I mean, he wants to go on tour and everything.
He's
It's
just
cool.
a
I mean, don't
Oh,
make
he
him
wants
feel.
to go to Festeroo?
Yeah, he's
a
totally.
A little too eager beaver.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I mean,
but
He came walking in on me when I'm taking a piss in the bathroom. He's all like, "Hey man, I want to be a roadie." And it's like, "Hey."
he came in on purpose?
Yeah, I'm
Your bathroom, right?
Yeah, I'm using the can, and he's like,
I know exactly what to say. It's cool.
Skippy's cool.
So,
Yeah, he's cool
don't
dude.
worry
It's
about it.
just- all right.
We'll rope him in real
Just
no.
thought we should tell you
I just had a couple of guys came up to me, and there's just been a small complaint about Skip. We just need to rope him in a little bit. He's kind of hustling a little too hard and just getting in people's space. He followed Gordo into the bathroom. He's taking a leak and just kind of invading space, and
It's weird.
it's weird. And he's been kind of schmoozing the guys about wanting to go on tour to Festeroo. And
Wait, he wants to go on. He wants to go on tour for Festeroo.
he wants to be our roadie on for
yeah,
Festeroo.
okay.
so-
You know what? I'll work.
It's no big deal.
No. I got it. I know how to. Skip's my guy. I know how to handle him. He
Right,
wants to
well,
go on tour. That's
We're not trying to make a big
okay.
deal. It's just
I know exactly. He's my guy. I know how to handle him.
Yeah,
I know.
we didn't want to.
Damn it. Skip! You, me, talk now.
I'll talk. You want to talk right here?
No, question is, do you want to talk right here? Do you want to talk right here? Because we'll talk right here if you want.
Yeah, I mean, why?
Okay,
I don't see why
here.
not.
All
Might as
right.
well just talk
Here's
right
what we're
here.
going to talk about.
All right.
I just was talking to Don. Don says you were talking to the guys about being a guitar tech or drum tech or some such shit on the road, that you want to be a roadie with the Apricot.
Well,
true or not? True or not?
Yeah,
True.
dude.
Okay.
Dude, I do a
That's
lot
all
of
I need to know.
things.
That's all I need to know. Okay, because you're an employee of mine, Skip. You're supposed to be working for me, and you're bothering the guys in the band. And
I'm
that's
not
the
bothering
fucking
them,
last
dude.
shot.
I'm getting a
Look, I
vibe.
saw you every day. It's like,
You're
can I
kidding
get
me?
you
I'm
this?
grooving
Can I
with
get you
these
that?
guys.
You're not grooving. Don just talked to me. That's what I'm trying to fucking put in your
Don
head.
said
dude.
I'm not grooving? Dude, I'm grooving the fuck. Are you kidding? I'm working magic with these guys, buddy. What are you talking about?
The only person that
Why are
works
you mad?
magic with the fucking band is me, because I'm the fucking magic man. End of fucking story. You're trying to brown nose your fucking way in. I'm the go-to guy.
That's
guess
not
what?
brown nosing,
Guess
dude.
what, motherfucker? Go to your fucking home, because you're fucking fired. Step. It's over. Go, go-to guy. Go. Let's go.
Are you serious?
Go. Done. Fucking done. Done. Go.
That was heavy, man.
What the hell was that all about?
I don't know, dude. I think
Jesus.
Skip just got canned.
You want some footage? You want some fucking footage, buddy? I'll give you some footage. You ever heard of Drew Shackelford? I have. He hasn't heard the last of me. I worked my ass off for that guy. My ass! Fuck you, Drew! You hear that? That's a big fuck you, buddy!
There we go.
Dude, that's it. That's
it. Did you hear my drums? They were ripping there at the end. Did you hear that?
Smoking. I think we found a rainbow. I think I listened today to one of the most beautiful rainbows that I've heard in a long time. And I think part of the thanks should go to Dr. Lefkowitz, man, for just bringing this together and making us all feel right.
It was my
and
pleasure.
make it all right, dude.
My pleasure. It's good to be part of the team.
Dude, it's team.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Sorry about all that stuff, sweater stuff.
We've come out on the other side, right?
You know, he was able to really get into the groove here, became part of our family.
Drew, I wasn't sure about this whole thing, and I just, hey, you were right, so.
Using physics, well, I mean, reality is you make your first record once, right? Seriously. It's like, you have your first baby once. You eat your first ham sandwich once.
I believe in you guys so much, and
worked out.
You guys.
Well, thanks for
gave
having
back
us.
what I gave.
Dude.
Thank you for having
We
us
wouldn't-
and putting this all together, because we really couldn't do it without
We
you.
wouldn't be here, without you. We'd be somewhere else.
In the end, we have really produced a beautiful, beautiful, bouncing baby album.
I'm happy, dude. It was a good finish. It was a wild ride. Next step, Festeroo.
The camaraderie amongst musicians remains unchanged, as with minstrels of ages past, following well-worn roads to musical fulfillment.
People talk about Route 66. Well, I'll tell you something right now. I'm alive, ain't no jive. We're cruising on up Highway 5. Highway 5, take a look at that.
Hey, man.
Hang on to your hat.
I'm so excited about Festeroo. I actually need to do more meditating every day than I usually do.
This is my space. I need my world where I can meditate, make love to myself in ways that aren't sexual, but just love.
We got, 6, 7 guys on this thing, and slowly the motorhome is becoming the odor home, if you know what I'm saying.
Look at all that tie-dye in hair, baby. Nothing but tie-dye in hair. Oh, it's a bunch of chicks. You see that? Holy shit, that was a bunch of chicks. Whoa, dude, slow down. Hey!
Got a new song, ready?
Psychic officer, come on down. You're the psychic officer. You buzz like an oven. You like an oven.
Sounds familiar.
You like
Well, all songs kind of sound familiar.
officer.
Do it. Good.
Psychic officer.
Officer?
Yeah, psychic officer.
I've heard this song, man.
The queen has insects for eyes. She lives in a kingdom of light.
I swear to God, if I had a nickel for every idiot that I see on the road, I'd be a rich man. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Learn how to drive, asshole! Jesus Christ.
You know, we weren't supposed to be on this RV. We were supposed to get the bus from String Cheese Incident that they took to the Festeroo for their first appearance. It's called Bussy, and I had it totally lined up, but it broke down in Ojai, so I had to just go to El Monte RV and rent an RV for the band so we could take this RV to Festeroo.
Hey, fucking assholes!
Where do we go? It's up here.
Yeah, we gotta just kind of cruise through town a little bit.
But what's the turn? Is there a name? Special event. That's us. Special event. Right here.
Yeah, this one up here. This is the one. All right, so here we are, Festeroo. We're getting our credentials. Really exciting. We're checking in. We're gonna start camping, and we're gonna get ready for the gig.
This is a very symbolic thing because the gates of Festeroo here, you know, we're here, guys.
I know, dude.
We're here,
Fucking,
man.
dude. How many times we've been
We're
fucking
here,
jamming
brother.
and just going like fucking doing a freedom jam and going, we're getting a Fester one day, dude?
Hold on, dog.
Yeah.
We should get tattoos, matching tattoos, electric apricot.
You know, I've always wanted to get a tattoo of a battleship on my chest.
Oh, Christ. Gordo.
Yeah. Remember, like, they talked about free love in the 60s?
Uh-huh.
This festival's like, it's totally the same thing, like free love. Except for now it's not as free. Like a guy like me, you know, I have no problem getting chicks. But it's cool if like guys like you can come to this festival and just score chicks, man. I think that's just fucking, that's why I love these places, man. You know, they're awesome.
We ain't got no free love yet. So
You haven't got any yet? See, that's why you gotta hang with us, dude.
I've never heard of electric apricot. Actually, let me try again. I've never heard of electric apricot. I say apra. Well, let's see. First of all, they should lose the food name. That never works. The electric part is okay.
Well, this one, okay, so let's see. The combo Thursday, which is the purple one, was the late night shows on Thursday.
I mean, the reason that the one redeeming value is the corn, because it's better than any other festival's corn, and I love that. Brought me here.
And the yellow one is the combo Friday, the late night shows on Friday.
Quite an appealing, evocative gaze, if you ask me.
Let you know. Not beer.
They're all types at Festeroo. All types. Tall, big, small.
So like on that one side of your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
like
go.
this?
Yeah, that was closer.
The combo, like, I guess some kind of weird pink color, it was for Saturday. And then I have my combo Sunday, which is orange. So I don't think that's gonna help, dude.
I can't eat stuff. It's stuffed. I can't eat stuff. Sweet potato, can't eat sweet. Grilled, can't eat grill.
Why can't you eat
Caesar,
grill?
Caesar can't eat Caesar.
Why?
Right now, all I can eat at this festival is like wheatgrass. So far, I found one place that sells wheatgrass, and there's one place that sells like these rocks that you can like put them in cinnamon. You can lick them. So I'm kind of hungry, dude.
In the timbers of Canario, wolf is running around. Winter was so hot, a cold froze them beneath the ground. No, don't kill me. No, don't kill me.
We're here at Festeroo, and I had to step up. You know, I had to bust out the special leopard skin glasses. They're not even leopard skin anymore because I've been to Burning Man so many times with these that it's faded out.
See that guy right over there? The guy, that's mad apps, man. That's incredible. I can't believe he's even here. That's incredible. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you, man.
Incredible. I love the way you play that Slingerland kit. I like how you got the tuning was really open.
Yeah.
You're getting all that ring, that resonance.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
that's just
as much as you can.
Warren fucking hands.
Last night, the jam.
you kind of got like the bottom thing going. But I also were you ever in like Cozy Pal? I mean, I'm trying to get
Love Cozy
like
Pal.
get like a Cozy Pal.
The Jeff Beck stuff he did, especially.
I remember hearing him, like with Rainbow when Dio was singing with Rainbow, like well, Long Live Rock and Roll. That was back when I was kind of crazy, playing like a lot of kind of more heavier music,
Excuse me, Warren.
Who's Johnny Bryan?
Yes, sir. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Steve Gordon from Electric Apricot.
Nice to meet you,
How
man.
do you do?
I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan.
Well, thank you.
Hey, you got a second? I can ask you a couple questions or something?
Sure,
Oh.
I got a second.
Phil Collins, I don't know what happened to that guy. I mean, he's such a great drummer. I don't know why when he started doing all this cabaret, Las Vegas-y thing. It's like
Brand X, man.
Yeah,
that was a good band.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He's got cool hair though.
Most people run their preamp really hot, and I don't run mine very hot, so it gives it more bottom end at low preamp.
I see that because you got all the tone right there.
Thanks for taking some time to talk to me. I know you got a lot of things to do. That's
quite all right. Gordo, you say
Gordo.
Gordo? It's nice to meet you, Gordo.
Hey, pleasure.
My
Hey, do you like to
pleasure.
go to the zoo? Do you go to the zoo?
I don't go often.
Do you like to feed the ducks in the park?
I'm not a big duck feeder.
I like ducks.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. You can screw my girlfriend if you want to. She's totally down, dude.
Yeah. I probably would feel too guilty. I'm married and she's your girlfriend,
okay. All right.
But I appreciate the offer.
Oh.
I mean, it's probably, it's coming from your heart. He was okay. He was kind of weird, He offered me to sleep with his girlfriend, something about ducks and feeding ducks, and I don't know. Maybe he's a little high or something.
I just was a fucking total dipshit.
I think you're overreacting.
No, dude.
I think you're totally overreacting.
I'm not, dude. I'm sitting there telling him, dude, he can sleep with my girlfriend.
Well,
what the fuck is that, dude?
You don't
Where
even
does that
have a
come
girlfriend.
from?
What the
I'm
hell?
trying to tell you, dude. Where the fuck is that coming from? Oh, man.
I don't think it's as bad as you think.
No, it's the fucking nightmare. It's
I
the
got to
worst
meet
day of
Matt
my
Apps.
whole entire fucking life. It's supposed to be the best day ever. Feed the ducks.
What are you talking about, ducks?
I asked him if he wanted to go feed the fucking ducks.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He was walking away. I wanted to talk to him. I didn't know
you
what
talked
the
to him
fucking...
about ducks? I don't get it. I mean,
I don't know what to say, dude. I didn't know what to say. I just was fucking. I turned into a blithering idiot ass fucking hole.
it just kind of tripped him out a little bit. Then he told me he felt like he made an ass of himself in front of Lauren.
Fucking tripping it up, and I'm just a fucking asshole.
So it was going so smooth today, and then he's got a trip out.
Well, I mean, who knows? Who knows what'll happen?
Anybody up yet?
I mean, you know, he always disappears, man. It's just, I'm not really
He was
tripping
getting
on
pretty
it.
hammered, I'll tell you that
He was
right now.
definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen him that lit in a while.
Well, he was all tripped out because, you know, he went up to Warren Haynes and just said all this crazy shit. But the camera guys said that they stumbled across him, and he was passed out and he was nude.
that's Gordo. It's cool, dude. We got a lot of time. He'll show up. He always shows up.
I think the Festeru is festering, not a disease-ridden kangaroo, but an ocean of creativity and some of the lords of jelly. Check it, stop, rock, everybody on the move. Everybody let's move. Everybody on the move. Everybody let's move. Yes, ain't don't stop. Ain't don't quit. I kind of evolved, revolved, and dissolved with the Grateful Dead. And so Jam is my middle jelly.
You know, fun is fun, and you know, we all know how he is. But this is kind of crazy, guys. We might have to do it without him. I don't. Yeah.
We're gonna have to do it without him.
What's the word here? You guys?
What's the word with you?
Nothing. I goose eggs. I haven't found a thing.
We're gonna have to play, man. We're just gonna have to do it. What do you think? Should we like?
Well, I think, you know,
extended solos, or should you like do your drums?
Hey, I can do a drum solo.
I can do my bass solos, man.
You know, I can do some stuff that, you know.
This.
This is a wire.
All right, guys, we got to do it.
Coming up for you, the seminal jam band, bursting onto the jam band scene with enlightening the world through music. Give it up for Electric Apricot, everyone. Get on your feet, get ready to dance.
A quarter of the Apricot entity was not there. Here we were heading out on stage, and you know, we started getting into some of the Burning Man, you know, the textures, doing these textures, you know. The feeling you get, you know, just the energy that comes off of that mass of humanity, you know, it's like, you know, it's why I do what I do, you know, it's why I chose to be, you know, a percussionist, singer, songwriter, you know, whatever you want to call it. Next thing I know, I look over and there he is, kind of shambling out.
I was a little late. I was working some stuff out.
I knew personally that Gordo was going to show up.
There's a place, a wondrous, magical place, where like-minded individuals come together on the playa. This place, this wondrous place, is called.
I think the fans and our band really connected today. It felt really magical to me.
I don't know, I really felt like we clicked. I mean, like, it was like, here's me, here's the band. We kind of just came together.
Hey, are you going to Burning Man? Bury your toes in the desert sand. Ain't no man for to tell you how to be. Come on down, we'll meet the Burning Man. I got a recipe for cosmic flan. Strip off your clothes and set your aura free.
Gordo today played his ass off, if I may say so.
You know, he was singing something electric with his guitar that I've never ever seen before.
to Burning Man. Dangle your toes in that desert sand. Ain't no man for to tell you how to be. And by the man, I mean the law. Free people thinking at Burning Man. Amazing Larry's got a master plan. It's all about just letting myself be me.
Went to a place that was absolutely unbelievable. People were staring at us. They're staring at me.
Hey, touchdown, payday. Well, I don't want to say payday because that's a little more. Gets like a capitalistic thing.
Hey, are you going to Burning Man? 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 Burning Man, are you going to Burning Man? Burning Man, are you going to Burning Man? Burning Man, are you going to Burning Man? Burning Man.
How you doing? How you feeling?
It was good. Everyone played really, really well. I was really impressed.
Gordo was just amazing. Laugh was amazing. Herschel, I mean, I was proud to be in this band.
We came, we saw, we conquered. Why not have a little fun?
I think from here, onward and upward for the Apricot.
Turned and looked, and there was Gordo, man.
We only rocked Festeroo once. You know,
Gordo, we were ready to go.
We're going to rock it next year.
We were ready to go.
I want to propose a toast. A toast to us and Festeroo.
Sweet! Hey! Hey!
Hip hip hooray!
Yeah, what a day, man. Festeroo. We came, we saw, we pulled it off somehow, and yeah, wow. My head's kind of spun from the whole thing, you know.
So what happened to you, dude?
I was in the woods and I was sleeping and I was naked. I was woken up by this voice and I looked up, you guys, and Jerry was standing over me. Jerry. He came to me.
You know, he's been so fixated on Jerry Garcia for so many years, I guess it was bound to happen. Whether or not it's real or not, I mean, you know, he didn't see Jerry Garcia. He was probably talking to a squirrel.
I think he wanted to see Jerry Garcia.
And he's talking to me, but his mouth isn't moving.
Jerry was?
What about that? But Jerry, what the hell are
Dude,
you talking about?
But dude,
I'll tell you what. I've never seen you play like you played today. I've never seen that. That was incredible.
Yeah, dude, you saved the show,
we've been
man.
around
I really think
the
you
horn.
did.
And he was talking to me through here and here. It was the most spiritual thing that ever happened to me in my whole entire life.
There's a tray of special brownies, if you know what I mean, waiting for us in the rig. If anybody wants to
The Cube, you know, he's one of our biggest fans, and he brought us a tray of brownies.
You know, those happy brownies. Hey, our work is done.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Let's have a little fun.
so ready, man.
You guys better get in while you can fit in, because if I hit that tray, it's gonna be gone, man.
We have to get out of here tonight because we have to get this RV back, otherwise we have to pay another day rental.
In the process of documenting Electric Apricot, our young filmmaker has caught a glimpse of enlightenment.
Don't worry, I got it. We're cool. Yeah, this is cool right here. So, what happened to those brownies?
Gordo ate them.
Dude, he ate all those brownies.
The true revelation of enlightenment is the discovery that life is a never-ending journey to a destination that is never actually reached.
Are you sure, man?
He's gonna be totally gone.
Dude, he is gone. He's passed out.
Unexpectedly, while reaching for enlightenment, the duality of existence is unveiled.
He's gonna have a very special ride when he wakes up.
47 requested 50. 47.
sir?
I'm doing all right, officer. Doing all right.
Where are you coming from?
We just came from the Festaroo festival down the road.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to put that video camera down, please. Driver's license and registration, please.
You know, they're making a documentary. We just played the Festaroo down the street.
Sir, please turn that video camera off.
They're making a documentary. That's what the cameras are for. They're doing a documentary on the band. We're a band from California.
What's going on?
We play on.
You mind if I come in there and check it out? Check out inside. Turn that video camera off now.
Man, I'm getting out of here. Get me out of here. I'm got you down.
It's cool, man. Hands on your back.
It's cool, man. I can't breathe.
Shut up. Just stay there.
I can't breathe. Jerry.
Started a website dedicated to the notion that Jerry Garcia is still alive. I don't put much stock in this sort of thing, but I did find something pretty interesting. I thought it was just one of these pans I had backstage. And I'll scroll back here. And if you do like a frame by frame, look at that. I'll do a zoom in. I mean, I don't know. You tell me.
Hey, are you going to Burning Man? Bury your toes in the desert sand. Ain't no man for to tell you how to be. Come on down with me to Burning Man. I got a recipe for cosmic flan. Strip off your clothes and set your aura free. There's a place I know called Black Rock City, where we're about to get down to the nitty gritty. We're all children of the stars above, searching for answers and feasting on love. Hey, are you going to Burning Man? I got a big old slab of veggie ham. Come to Camp Disorient to bring some soy cheese. Free thinking people at Burning Man. Amazing Larry's got the master plan. It's all about just letting myself be me. There's a gal I know called Moonstone Annie. She blows flames right out her fanny. You ought to see her walking on the tight wire, juggling bananas while her hair's on fire.
fabulous place, it's a fabulous land.